And we're back. Hello,
And
everybody.
we're back.
And we're back. I hope you guys are enjoying it just as much as we are. We definitely love this. NBA basketball, college basketball is about to start too.
Oh yeah.
I want to bring something up in a minute that we'll get into, but I want to get back into this NBA talk, and I want to kind of have a way too early me and you prediction, because next week we're gonna have a guest, my buddy Scott. We're gonna try to do it next Friday. And that'll be just a solid NBA podcast. That'll be the only thing that we talk about. So college football fans, we apologize. That's going to be an only NBA conversation. It'll probably be about 20 to 25, maybe 30 minutes max. But that'll be a good time for us to really break down some stuff. And y'all can see our viewpoints on a lot of basketball. Brandon, what is your way too early? Give me 5 way too early predictions for this season.
5 way too early predictions. Let's see. Well, I think the Bucks are going to win the championship.
Okay.
And with that comes Giannis being the MVP. I think that's probably just a one.
The MVP of the finals or the MVP
finals.
of the league?
MVP of the league, probably Luka.
I can see that.
Unless he gets hurt. Now I haven't seen how well he's playing, but if he continues in the pattern he's been the past, his trajectory has been taking the past few years, I imagine that unless they just have a tank of a season, that he will probably be the overall best player in the league, stats wise anyway. See what else? That's 2. I think LeBron will finish second in MVP voting, unless he gets hurt.
I mean, he was second last year before he got hurt.
Yeah,
and everybody overlooks that. So is that 3? That's 3 way too early predictions.
Yeah. Defensive player of the year.
It's probably gonna go to Rudy Gobert. Some stupid thing like that.
I think Giannis might win defensive player of the year this year.
I could definitely see that. Giannis is he's on a whole nother level.
Giannis is different, man. He is I don't even know how to describe it.
It just don't make any sense whatsoever.
And he's developed a decent 3.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna get better. He's only 26, man.
He's literally the best player. We talked about this the other day. He's the best player in the league.
Yeah, he is the best player in the league right now.
You can argue KD, you can argue LeBron, you can argue
Steph
Curry.
At no point in his career has Kevin Durant been the best player in the NBA. At no point.
Not Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. A lot of people say that he was the best player in the league.
You could make I think there could be a solid argument for that for maybe a year. The year that he went,
2019.
Yeah, when he went to Toronto and they won the championship. Kawhi's issue is the whole
load management crap.
Man,
look, guys, I know that everybody has their own little quirks and whatnot, but this load management thing that the NBA players are doing nowadays is just unreal.
Goodness gracious.
And then, so to go off of that, I think I agree with you. The Bucks are going to probably end up winning the championship. The Nets without Kyrie.
Wait, that's only 3 though. Let me see what else we got. I think with Kyrie, at some point, there's either going to be a medical exception or he's just going to have to walk away. But I imagine that my prediction is that at some point the Bucks are going to just be like, okay, I'm not the Bucks, but the Nets are going to be okay, we're not winning enough. We're going to have to give him a medical exemption, Yeah. And then my 5th prediction is I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of anything for a 5th prediction.
So I'll go in. I think that my biggest bold prediction is the Hornets are going to make the playoffs this year.
I can see that.
Not only are they going to make the playoffs, but they're probably going to be a top 5 team in the East.
Okay.
They look like they're having fun. Mikal Bridges is taking off.
But he's good.
LaMelo Ball is taking off. Terry Rozier is taking his role as a leader very seriously.
Scary Terry.
Gordon Hayward is playing really good basketball right now. Ever since his injury, like we didn't think Gordon Hayward ever returned back to form, and now he's like 22, 23 points per game, and like it's gonna be, this team is gonna be fun.
Awesome.
Like really, really fun.
Have they changed their jerseys? Or are they still wearing those ugly ones with the one strap down the side?
They have this jersey called the Buzz City jersey. It's like a teal blue with gold rim or gold edging around it. They're just so pretty. So beautiful.
I just hate that one jersey where they have like 5 stripes down one side and there's nothing on the other side.
Yeah,
so I need balance.
Need balance.
I do. I need balance. I can't have just one overloaded side and the other side just being free and clear. It really throws my eyes out of whack, and I can't. It really irritates me. I can't even play against them in 2K. I can't play with them. I can't play against them. If I ever use them in what's that mode?
You got me beat, man. I don't play no video games.
I don't really play them anymore. But when I did play them up until like last year or earlier this year, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I would always change the jerseys. Let's just say that, because I couldn't stand them.
Here's my next bold prediction.
All right, let's hear it.
I think that the Chicago Bulls finish as a top 5 team in the entire league. I'm watching now. Obviously, they got some areas to grow.
Yeah.
And if they don't, like this, that's why it's a bold prediction. If they don't, that's whatever. But I love watching Alex Caruso and DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo Ball and Vucevic, and they just look like they're having fun. And Zach LaVine looks happy.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that Zach LaVine is happy. I'm not a Bulls fan by no means, but I love that guy Zach LaVine.
Are they still wearing the '90s jerseys?
No, they. Yeah, kind of. I guess.
I hate that little triangle or that little diamond thing with the bull on it. Like, bro, it's 2021. I get it. You love the jerseys because Jordan won in those jerseys, but it's not. I mean, they haven't won since. You didn't win because the jerseys. Let it go.
He won because Jordan.
Exactly. And he ain't coming back.
And Phil Jackson.
Right.
And Dennis Rodman. And Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
And Tony Kukoc.
Let the jerseys go. You can make
Luke Longley. He was on that team.
You can make new jerseys.
We can keep going if y'all want me to
John
name
Paxson.
some of those. John Paxson, yeah.
It's just so irritating, man. I can't stand that.
Ron
and
Harper.
I know that's weird being an Alabama fan, and we have the same uniforms that we've had since 1943.
Well, we're still winning.
Yes.
Alabama still wins.
Like, you might could have hit me with that in 2005 when we were losing to Tennessee, you know?
But Bama's winning.
Exactly. Back then, you could have been like, look, maybe if y'all change y'all jerseys, you might get a little fresh start or something like that. But now we can do that. But I don't know. Like, it just makes me sick to see the same thing on the floor since the freaking 90s. You know?
Yep.
Like, you look at the Pacers, man. Their jerseys are clean. I love their jerseys, and their colors are ugly. They don't even have good colors.
Bro, the Reggie Miller 90s jerseys were the truth, though.
Yeah.
The block letters.
Yes.
Dude, they look so good.
Exactly. I would even entertain them bringing a style of that back, you know, and just modernizing it. But this whole, oh my God, I like the Timberwolves jerseys.
Timberwolves jerseys are slick. The bright neon green ones.
Yeah.
I like those.
Even the Lakers have modernized their jerseys.
The Celtics modernized their jerseys.
Yeah.
And
even the Celtics,
not really much.
Even the Celtics, despite the plainness of their jerseys, it's not as bad as the Bulls.
Yeah.
But if you're one of the 2 teams that have the most championships, you can make that argument.
They're not. Especially
if you've won one in the last 15 years. But if it's been almost 3 decades since you've even sniffed the playoffs, you know.
All right. So
I'm done.
My next bold prediction is Ja Morant wins an MVP.
He is my favorite player right now outside of Giannis.
And then, like, obviously, I don't think Ja Morant's going to really win the MVP. But if before Zion wins one, before RJ Barrett wins one, before anybody in that class,
Zion's never going to win an MVP.
Ja Morant is going to win an MVP. He'll probably win one before Trae Young.
You just don't win an MVP scoring 18 points a game.
You don't. But Ja is fun to watch, man.
Yeah. I mean, I know Zion can, he's got like a 93-inch vertical, and that's cool and all.
And he can put his nipple at the rim.
Yeah, he can dunk. Boy, that boy can dunk, and he can get some rebounds and block a shot. But I mean, he's just honestly, I would never have drafted Zion because he's not gonna lead your team to anything except a loss.
Yep.
Because he doesn't bring that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying that Zion's a bad player. But if I'm drafting a player and I have a team that needs somebody to come in and, be dynamic, I'm not going to draft a post player that can't put up 30 points a game.
I'll take that kid right there. It's Ja Morant. And I slept on Ja too. But I don't know, man.
Where did he play? Morehead State?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like low
off the
Division I
wall,
school.
something like that. Yeah.
My next thing, we finally get to see Klay Thompson back on an NBA court this year, and I'm so excited.
That's going to be nice.
So I think that the Warriors finish at the top of the West.
We're going to definitely see. They have the potential there.
And if I don't know if you can really consider it I don't know if you can consider Klay the most improved.
What's his name still on the team? I haven't even looked at the roster.
Donkey.
Yeah,
Donkey's still on there. Draymond Green, guys.
Goodness gracious.
Draymond's still on there. Scoring 6 points a game.
He does everything but look like a basketball player.
All right, so that's 4. My last big hoorah, I will say. My 5th bold prediction is the Atlanta Hawks finish 1st, 2nd, or 3rd
Okay.
in the Eastern Conference.
I see it.
But they make the Western Conference Finals against the Bucks.
Wait, what? You mean the Eastern Conference Finals?
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
My bad. I didn't mean
I
to
was,
say
like, how do they get to the Western Conference Finals? What kind of stuff are you predicting here, man?
They may get to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bucks.
I can see that.
And honestly, I think they actually put them. I think it's a 4-3 win for the Bucks.
Because that's gonna be one of those. If that happens, like we got instant rivalry, like the Cavs Celtics and the Cavs Pacers when what's his face was still at the Pacers. I mean,
Lance Stevenson,
yeah,
blowing in your ear, Mr. Stevenson. So I wanted to bring this up. I got a video that you need to see from Alabama men's basketball. Guys, you're not going to be able to see it. I wish I knew how to do this where you guys could see it. I don't even know if we can really show you guys, but Brandon can see this.
Well, next time if you tell me beforehand,
I'm just going to get him to
and
watch it.
Pull it up. What? Who that?
JD Davison.
Man. Okay.
Hold on. Keep watching. Oh my goodness, dude. This Bama team is about to be fun to watch.
Okay.
That kid was a number 9 recruit in coming out of high school last year from Calhoun or Cal something.
Okay.
Down in South Alabama.
Nice.
But this team is about to be really, really
And didn't
fun.
they just sign the number 1 point guard in the nation or something?
That was him.
Oh, that's him.
That's
okay.
him.
I got you.
JD Davison. He's like number 9 overall recruit. He was like number 1, number 2 point guard.
Okay. All right, yeah. Point guard should totally be doing between the leg dunks with one hand. That's totally normal.
Not between the legs. Like he's bouncing the ball. Guys, in this video, he bounces the ball between his legs, catches it back on this side, and slams it.
How tall is he?
He's like 6'3".
Man, okay.
6'3",
All
6'2".
Right. All right, roll tide.
Kid's got a work ethic, man. I watch videos on him. If you guys have a chance, like look up JD Davison. I want to give like a huge, major shout out to him. Not because I'm an Alabama fan, but because like there's a video that does like a behind the scenes that this dude did. It's like a documentary type thing. And he just kind of went through the work ethic because JD Davison went to a 2A school in Alabama. You don't make it to Division I playing at a 2A school in Alabama.
Not unless you're really good.
And he's like, not only is he really good, he was nationally ranked.
Yeah. When I was in high school, there was a guy that played at a 1A school, and he was averaging like 40-something points a game, and he didn't make it. I don't think he played Division I.
It's unreal to think that somebody from a small, which, you know, now AAU is really big
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So like you can get your name out there a little bit better. But like he was playing in South Alabama, like a small school,
Yeah.
like small school. I think it was 2A for sure, 2A. But like he was selling out gyms everywhere he went. They were playing like big schools, and he was selling out gyms and just dominating everybody. He was like averaging 30 points a game, and so like this video, what it does is it takes you behind the scenes to kind of see his work ethic. And the kid would wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and he would be in the gym before he'd be at the workout gym before anybody else was there. He wouldn't go home until after he had done a 4-hour workout after school.
Yeah.
And not only that, but like he was grinding in the classroom too. He was a straight A student or AB student, something like that, just grinding it out, man. I want to talk to the kids, that are out there. If you ever get a chance to listen or watch this video, take the time to focus on your studies, focus on your schoolwork, but also know that talent alone does not get you to the NBA.
Nope.
Talent alone does not get you, your dreams and your ambitions. You have to have a desire. You have to have a work. Kobe Bryant, the reason that he was as good as he was not because he was just better than everybody else. Kobe Bryant had a mentality. This is where the Mamba mentality comes from. This is that I'm going to outwork you no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You can look up stories about Kobe on the Olympic teams, or Kobe, going to they would go to other teams' facilities, and he would be the first person there. He would prove that he was better than you, because by the time that you would go in and you would sit down to go get some shots and go do your workout, there's one dude talking about how he was like, I'm going to show up at the gym before Kobe. And Kobe was already finishing his workout and ended up staying longer. He had already been working out for like 3 hours, stayed another 2 hours while this dude shot, just to prove no matter how hard you work, I'm going to outwork you because I want to be better than you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to say that Kobe thought he was better than anybody else. He took the mentality that no matter who you are, no matter how good you are, no matter where you're at in life, you're never going to outwork me. And that's why I'm as good as I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I wouldn't have spent so many years hating Kobe or disliking Kobe, because now I love the dude, and I honestly respect. And a lot of it was I started respecting him before he passed away, but now more even so now. But I just I want to give that encouragement to those of you watching and listening. Like, if you have a kid, if you have a kid that wants to play in the NBA, if you have a kid that wants to pursue something, it's not something that just happens. Like, you don't just happen into being a great basketball player.
Right.
You can, but most of the time you'll see these dudes like Kwame Brown, right? Coming out of high school, Kwame Brown was the number one recruit, went to the NBA, number one overall. Jordan's worst mistake he ever made, forced him to come out of retirement. Kwame Brown didn't pan out in the NBA.
Yeah.
He spent a few years bouncing around from team to team, and then was out in 5 years. And so that's this really talented player that was dominating dudes that were smaller than him, comes into the NBA and gets bodied by dudes that are his size.
Yeah.
So it really hard, that saying that I said earlier, I know I pulled it from KD, but hard work does, if you're not talented and you have hard work, you're only going to make it so far. Not saying that you can't make it as far as you want to, but you can work yourself into good spots. But if you have the talent and you continue to work hard on top of that, there's a whole new realm that you're going to be able to walk into. And that's where that hard work beats talent, where talent fails to work hard. If talent is not doing its job, hard work will beat talent at some point, at some stage.
Right.
You may be talented enough to beat people, but at some point you're going to lose. Look at Trevor Lawrence, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying this is not a knock on Trevor Lawrence, but he made it to the NBA, or he made it to the NFL, and lost 4 straight games before he won a game, 5 straight games before he won a game. And that was the first time he'd ever seen adversity, ever been beat in a regular season. And now he's one of the best, in my opinion, he's a really good quarterback.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback.
But all that to say, I wanted to take that moment to really press in on that, because a lot of parents seem to think that their kid's going to make it to the NBA just because they're good in their small school. And guys, I'm a product of that. I went to a really small school, and I was a decent basketball player. I wasn't the greatest, but I could, it didn't matter who I played against. I would come out and dominate. And the same with Brandon, man. He was an all-state basketball player 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever. I'm just kidding. It was 20 years ago. But he was an all-state basketball player coming out of high school, and neither one of us went and played college basketball anywhere. You know, not because we weren't good at basketball, but because we didn't have, and I say this lightly, we didn't have a work ethic that put us at a point where we could go to college and dominate or play or anything. We just kind of seen it as, well, they didn't see us or they didn't value us, so we didn't get the offer, so we're just going to kind of step away.
Right.
And so,
Yeah, if I knew what I knew now, I would have definitely, done things a lot differently. But, hindsight's 2020, and I can use that going forward. So, and I have used that in other aspects of my life.
now you're 36 and finishing a master's degree, and
Right.
got 2 kids that are amazing, wonderful kids. And
So anyway, well, thank you guys for hanging in. We're gonna wrap it up. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe, comment, let us know. We'll take any constructive criticism. If you have any topics you wanted us to discuss, throw it out there. We'll be glad to talk about it. Before we go, you got anything you want to throw in, Jerry?
just thank you guys so much for supporting us. Please continue to support us, share, show, do whatever you got to do. We enjoy this. We're going to grind. We got more content coming. We're going to try to get to 2 days a week where we can post and get stuff to you. But, as of right now, it's kind of where we're at. And, we live an hour and a half away from each other. So we got to kind of make things work. But thank you guys so much for supporting us. We really do appreciate it.
All right, take it easy.